Hello and welcome to stage 5 of the virtual Tour de France. Today we arrive at the Queen stage of the race, a very different proposition with a brutal ascent to Chalet Reynard on the Mount Ventoux. A brand new climb in the world of Zwift. Let's start with the women's race. The yellow jersey is still in the possession of the Tivco Silicon Valley Bank team. Today it's the 19-year-old Australian Sara Gigante who will wear it. Polka dot jersey will also be hotly contested. Joss Loudon of the Drops team is wearing it again. At the foot of the ascent, one rider tries to get away from the favourites. This is the Australian from the FDJ Nouvelle Aquitaine Futuroscope team, Brodie Chapman. At the first climber classification of the day, Chapman's lead has passed the 15-second mark. The more difficult gradients arrive and her lead melts. The British rider Danny Christmas from Lotto Soudal joins her and attacks. She too manages to widen the gap, but as the climb reaches 14%, she starts to relinquish her lead and is eventually caught by the group of favourites. Inside 5 kilometres from the summit, South African Ashley Moolman-Pasio for the CCC Live team attacks. The wearer of the yellow jersey, Sara Gigante, manages to stay in the wheel, and the two riders quickly distance the other riders. Less than 2 kilometres from the finish, they're a minute ahead. Gigante ends up cracking and Moolman-Pasio flies away to the stage victory. A South African winning on Mandela Day in front of Gigante at 23 seconds. Tivco Silicon Valley Bank finish a spectacular day with 4 riders in the top 5 to secure the yellow jersey again. They also steal the polka dot jersey from the Drops team of Joss Loudon.
Yeah, it was really great to win today for my CCC Live team. Luckily no technical problems today. Last week was a little bit disappointing with a dropout during the stage, so I was very happy to have a smooth ride today, and yeah, great to take the stage.
The men's race starts rapidly, and early in the race the good climbers distance themselves from the rest. Leaders NTT are present, Luis Menkes in yellow and Domenico Pozzovivo in green. Rigoberto Urán and Michael Woods for Education First make the split, as well as Romain Bardet for Agi Désert Le Mondial. Around 20 riders are in the front, just over 10 kilometres from the finish. Michael Woods from Education First exerts pressure and splits a group from the front. The NTT team managed to organise themselves to stay in contact with Pozzovivo, Menkes, but also Stefan de Bot. Woods now has a fight on his hands with the NTT team for the stage victory. There is only 3 riders left with 5 kilometres to go. At the moment it looks like 2 South Africans could win on Mandela Day, but Menkes starts to crack. Further 1 kilometre later, Woods loses Pozzovivo. It's great to see the Italian Pozzovivo back on form a year after serious injury following a crash with a car. Canadian winner last year of Milano-Torino races ahead to cross the line alone. He wins with an advantage of 18 seconds on Pozzovivo, and the NTT team continue an extraordinary virtual Tour de France with 3 riders in the top 4. It's the NTT team who ensure the yellow and the green jerseys before the last stage.
Normally in a race you can look them in the eye and see how they're doing, how they're feeling. Instead, I could just see the watts per kilo on the side, and I just kept on trying to see when they would crack, hoping they'd crack a lot earlier than they did. But fortunately, I was able to keep it going.
See you tomorrow for the final stage as we reach, of course, the Champs-Élysées in Paris.